time to start the countdown because my newest book launch, Sight Beyond the Sun, Book 2 in my Love Beyond series, is only 4 weeks away. That's right, 1 month away from launch. I know this book has been long in coming, and I am so thrilled today to be able to share a sneak peek with you of the book, Sight Beyond the Sun. This is from our hero's point of view, Raveno Javier. Raveno Javier did not suffer incompetence. He didn't suffer anything without consequence, a policy that his crew was testing time and again lately, and without any perceivable sign of becoming more competent. His reputation, carefully cultivated over a long and brutal career, was usually incentive enough to inspire obedience. He couldn't let that reputation crack, not for anything. Not for his morals, as he punished decent men for mistakes that didn't warrant such severity. Not for his soul, as he led abominable missions to maintain alliances with Brazil, Iron, and Frey. Not for his body, as he'd gone to unmatched extremes to prove his loyalty to Silvril Havris Josero. The physical wound had long since healed, but the muscles of his residual limb often pained him as if his left calf still remained, twisted foot and all. He played the villain in service to his people, a role as necessary as it was revolting, but the weight of his sins was still his to bear or be crushed by, which only made him that much more annoyed, knowing his reputation would demand to deliver swift and harsh punishment to his crew when faced with their greatest incompetence to date. A Shoals outside her room and tampering with the equipment in their control room, of all places. DeLeo and Taronin were asleep in their seats, and the woman, cry mercy, the woman was fierce as only a mother could be, all snapping eyes and straining muscles. Some people withered from the poison of oppression, but not her. She seemed fueled by it. She gritted her square teeth with determination. Her soft cheeks flushed a deep crimson from her efforts, and her scent, Raveno sealed shut his nostrils, cutting short that disturbing thought before it could fully form. Who do you work for? Devsashek, a traitor on board Savivsheth, was the last thing he needed. Her jaw fell slack. You speak English? Obviously. His English was rusty and not quite as good as his Mandarin, but still good enough for interrogation. Who sent you? I think we got off on the wrong foot. She licked her lips, and deep indents on the corners of her mouth dipped into her cheeks. My name is Kinsley Morales, but my friends call me Switch. He stared at her for a moment. Had she just introduced herself? Didn't she realize she was being interrogated to death if she didn't cooperate? Please, just cooperate. My mother named me after my paternal grandmother, an apology name, I always said, because she'd named my sister in honor of her mother, which caused quite a stir on my father's side of the family. But everyone's ruffled feathers settled after she named me, the only time my presence had settled anyone's feathers. She ran out of air and inhaled a deep, trembling breath. What's your name? He might have believed her composure, if not for that tremble. She knew her predicament precisely and was attempting to save herself by appealing to his compassion. The man he'd become to overthrow Josero couldn't afford compassion. I hope you enjoyed that excerpt of Sight Beyond the Sun, which is book 2 in my Alien Abduction series and coming out in January. Happy reading.